There's just something about watching a Bluey episode as an adult that makes you think that something is off. Inside of the cartoon Bluey, there is a cesspool of darkness and depression. The writers are hiding a dark secret right in front of us. Bluey is an Australian animated television series, which premiered on ABC Kids on the 1st of October 2018. The show was created by Joe Brum, so one would assume that this show deals with normal issues that kids face. Well, you're totally wrong. So the main character of this show is Bluey. She has a sister named Bingo and two parents, Bandit and Chilli. However, in today's video, we will be focusing on the mother, Chilli. Believe it or not, the mom on this cartoon actually faced a miscarriage. Yeah, you heard that correctly. She even has a room set up that doesn't belong to her current children, Bluey and Bingo. This was in anticipation for another child who unfortunately never survived.
Why are you crying?
Oh, it's just this room, sweetheart.
Evidences we have for this comes from the episode The Show, where the children want to put on a show to entertain their mother. However, during the charade, Bingo's fake pregnancy pops.
So then they...
Which triggers a visual episode within the mother. While this is subtle, if you simply zoom in, you can see that the dad held her hand to comfort her because he knew what happened to her recently. See, the writers of Bluey are so crafty and sneaky that they don't have to blatantly or explicitly tell us something catastrophic has happened. They lay out hints throughout the show that are all pieced together in a coordinated, linear method. The father even talks to another character about having a vasectomy in other episodes. However, his wife Chilli wants to keep her options open. Now, with all that context out of the way, I want to show you something brand new. There is an episode where the family goes on a holiday vacation, but there's something very strange about this. As you keep watching, you notice that the mom is trying to convince her own self that she's happy.
Okay, time to relax.
She desperately tries to relax, but something is on her mind that's preventing her from that relaxation, possibly the stress of loss and/or depression. One has to keep in mind that after the loss of a child, many mothers go through something emotional. You don't just get over it the next day. It's a process, and we see that.
Okay, chapter 1. Wherever you go, there you are. You need to... Actually, I should just enjoy the beach a bit before I start reading.
However, this depression or lack of relaxation may also be due to something other than the miscarriage. What if Chilli is just prone to depression? Perhaps it runs in her family. After failing to have a good time on the beach by herself, she actually decides to go back to her kids.
What are you doing here?
I don't know how to relax.
Oh, come here.
Once she sees Bingo and Bluey having a good time, I want you to pay very close attention to Chilli's facial expression and tone of voice.
What? You guys are crazy!
So am I the only one who thinks she seems really sad and is just trying to fake it for the kids? After all, many mothers try to be the best person they can and set a good example for their children. One thing that gives this away is her eyes. The animators did a great job of portraying almost real-life human expressions. You know how in real life you can tell if someone's doing a fake smile because their eyes should smile with their mouth? Well, the animators nailed it here. They portrayed this beautifully. She's not really smiling here. She's just putting on an act to help her kids have a good time. See, people who are sad and have depression tend to want to make others around them happy. They don't want to bring everyone down, so they fake the smile while facing a lot internally. Now, don't get me wrong, Chilli does enjoy spending time with her kids. In fact, at the end of the episode, it gives her so much dopamine, with her being finally able to relax at the end. However, throughout this entire show and episode, it was painful to watch this woman go through such obvious signs of depression. Hopefully, her husband Bandit realizes this and can get her the help that she deserves. By the way, this wouldn't be the first time we've seen characters extremely sad. Take for example Squidward Tentacles. He is undoubtedly one of the most depressed characters in cartoon history. Heck, in all of existence. If this could happen in SpongeBob, why do people falsely assume that this couldn't happen in Bluey? Pivoting back to the beach scene where Chilli tries to read out of a book, we see that she is fidgety and undecisive.
I should just enjoy the beach a bit before I start reading. No, I should read my book.
Not being able to pick something to do consistently. She goes from trying to enjoy the scenery of the beach to flipping back to the book. Why can't she make up her mind? Chilli tried to use external things to find happiness in her world. However, she realized that this didn't bring her any joy. The only time that we see her finally fulfilled is when she spends time with her children and family. Many people would assume that going to the beach or buying books would help someone be happy. While that may give hints of pleasure, you have to remember that Chilli is a real person. Sure, a nice long walk on the beach and relaxation with beverages and drinks may be fun, but that's temporary. With such a complex character who just went through something traumatic, perhaps spending time with loved ones may be necessary. In fact, while she's away from the family, she seems to be off and not being able to be consistent in what she's trying to do alone. It's very obvious that Chilli is sad, but the first step in getting help is acknowledging that you have a problem in the first place. I don't think Chilli needs to be isolated at this point in time. Bandit needs to do a better job of spending time with his wife. Thankfully, Chilli made a beautiful decision to go back to the hotel, but I wonder if the family even knows what's happening to their own mother. Do you think that Chilli is sad in the cartoon? Also, is this topic too mature for a kid's show? Another crucial key point of people who have depression is uncontrollable crying.
You're doing great.
Throughout the cartoon, when she's talking to other characters and they say something slightly positive about her, she can't help but burst into tears. Accompanying this would be women and mothers who watch the cartoon in real life who also unbearably start crying. This paints a bigger picture as to what exactly is going on with the mother of the cartoon. This isn't just some ordinary two-dimensional generic character. Chilli is a well-seasoned and well-thought-out caricature of many real-life individuals who faced catastrophic circumstances. You know, I had a conversation with someone the other day. As I was trying to buy a controller from a video game store, a peer of mine saw a video game for Bluey, and he just said, "Oh, that's for babies." And I suggested that he watch the cartoon Bluey with his daughter. He then reiterated that it's for babies and he doesn't want to sit down and watch it with his own kid. Then I replied saying that the writers actually made this cartoon for both adults and children. He just brushed it off like I was just talking. Maybe one day he'll take me seriously, but there are a lot of people out there, even parents, who just don't realize that Bluey is a very mature show. As I was ending off the video, I forgot to mention the fact that Bandit is a supportive husband. He's a great guy in the show. I hope no one misunderstands what I was trying to portray in this video. As I listened back to my script, it sounded like I was being kind of mean to Bandit, when in fact I wasn't. I was just trying to highlight and bring light to people who have depressive episodes. They need a lot of attention. And to be honest, there's always room to improve. Even if Bandit's a good dad, he can be better. Even if Chilli's a good mom, she can be better. Even if the kids on Bluey are good people, they can be better. There's always room to evolve and become a better person at the end of the day. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your day.